Hello, my lovely Taurians. Welcome to your April 2022 reading. This is a general reading for you, Taurus. It's a reading for Taurus sun, rising and moon sign. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. That will be specific to you. And Spirit's already started playing with my face. They're wanting to come through. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate your support. It helps me to bring more of these videos to you. If you like this video and would like to give me a thumbs up, that helps my video get out there and helps me bring more of these videos to you. So thank you for your support. My lovely Taurians, I have been meditating on your energy, and quite honestly, I've had to take a break, walk away, do something else, come back and really in that time process what's coming through for you, what's being said for you this month. And it's interesting because the first thing I want to say is that there is a little bit of confusion around you. There's a little bit of confusion in decision making, in the direction that you're going to take, in what changes you want to bring in, what you want to do, what are you doing next? You know, it's like I want to say, so you start something, you stop, you start something else, no, it's not that. They're showing, this is what they're saying to me. You know, when you're really hungry and you don't know what you really want to eat, you just want to eat something and you have a little bit of this, no, I didn't want that. I might have a bit of cake. And you have some cake, no, that didn't do it. I might have a cheese toasty. No, that didn't do it. And you have this sort of bits and pieces of all the, and then by the end of it, you're feeling really like, oh, yuck, that was such a mix of food. It's just not sitting well. And this is how I feel you're moving around at the moment, trying this, no, trying that, no, not necessarily with food. That was just an example, but starting things and not no, that's not what I want. Sampling this, no, that's not what I want to do. So there's this indecision of what to next. First up, I want to say to you, what I'm being shown here is, it's about stop, just stop and focus. Stay still for long enough to really feel the intuition, really feel the inspiration that's around you, because energetically there is information coming to you. It's that you're so distracted doing a bit of this and a bit of that and starting this and starting that. It's about just being still, I am going to draw a card for you because I'm sort of drawn to do my totems this month again. So I really like that. So it's the Divine Animal Oracle deck that I'm using let's see what's coming through. Here we go. So let me see what is there for you. Okay, what you've got here, which makes sense to me, it's the butterfly. Let me get my glasses. I think it says authenticity, but you know, what does it say? Oh no, it says the soul. Don't know where I get authenticity from. That's just what they said to me. It's about being your authentic self. It's about trusting your authentic self, is what they're saying. This is the soul. This is connecting. So this is trusting your intuition, trusting your motivation, your sixth sense, the intention that's being set. Stillness. You've got the butterfly. The butterfly speaks of a transformation. So you're at this point where there is a transformation. There's a change in your life that's coming up, a change in something around you, something in your life that is coming up. Allow that transformation to take place. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. When a caterpillar weaves a cocoon, they've got to hibernate. They've got to be still, no distractions, to see what comes. And then you've got the butterfly that emerges, when the transformation is complete. So it speaks of stillness, calmness, slowing things down. But it's also following your truth, being your authentic self. I want to read to you what this is. But that's what I'm being told with this butterfly card. You know, the girl's even got butterfly wings. It's so pretty. Okay, so the soul. To experience our full selves, we often go through a difficult period of transformation and growth. Trust. You see, this is what I'm saying, that I picked up on that. Trust what you feel. That's what I was telling you, or what I was being told to tell you. We all have stages to pass through in life, and not all are easy. Look ahead to where you wish to be, not where you have been. Self-trust and the trust of your partner are necessary for a positive relationship. If you have a partner, if it's just you, that's okay too. Trusting the self. Trusting the self is more important. That's the true growth. The magic of butterfly energy. Butterfly magic is key to growth and transformation of the soul. Going through trauma or difficulty helps reveal our true self and to grow into the full magnificence of the soul itself. We're still, as a race, as a humanity, we're not so evolved that we grow when there isn't adversity. It's through that adversity, it's through that dark night of the soul that we grow. That's the yin and the yang. It's not about I'm going to throw this out. I'm going to work with my shadow self and throw it out. I don't want. It's not. It's about embracing it, acknowledging that it's there. Because it's part of who you are. It's part of what has brought you to where you are, what has made you who you are. And so it's about embracing that part of the self as well, and trusting that brings the completeness of the soul. Let's see. Ease doesn't always mean growth. True. When you need help moving from one life stage to another, then butterfly magic will be useful, although patience is often needed to embody change fully in this transformation, which is what I said. When you require a dose of beauty, hope and lightness of spirit and a reminder to live your life to the full, then butterfly energy can be just the thing. So there you are. So your totem for this month is butterfly. Butterfly energy. Gorgeous. Transformation, but it's ease and grace. Be patient. Allow that change, the progression of the soul to happen with time, slowly. Okay, so my lovely Taurian, I'm going to create the Celtic cross for you to see what is in store for you for the month of April. There is transformation, there is change. So something has shifted in your, as a collective Taurus, there's something that has shifted, something that has changed in your life that has either caused you to uproot and move, change jobs, change some aspect of your life. There's something that has occurred that is different around you. I feel like it's something that you've been debating yourself. There's been a debate, this internal debate with the self. Thinking, processing, weighing things out. There's something that's going on. I just want to say toing and froing, toing and froing, toing and froing. There's this, backwards and forwards action with thoughts, with events, with decisions. What's going on here? My lovely Taurians, what's going on? So let's have a look. What you've got doesn't surprise me that the first card you've got, which signifies you, is the Fool. There you've got sunshine. You've got a dog yapping happily at the Fool's ankles. There's the wind of change. Look at his robes billowing. So this is the first card in the tarot deck, and so the journey begins for you in April. There's something that happens that's created some sort of shift. Something's changed around you that's created a shift. It's a new start. It's not by any accident that you've got this shift. The timing is perfect for you to consider something different, consider something new. And it can be consider a new way of looking at things, a new way of being, something around you. You've got the Seven of Wands. There's success around you. So when you are still and you follow your intuition, you follow your inner guidance, you follow that guidance that you're being offered, there is success in that transformation. You may not see it immediately, they're telling me here. It's something that you may not see immediately. There could be some resistance with some of you in bringing in this change. It's rather, let's keep the status quo. I don't know that I really want things to change, but a lot of you will not have a choice in the matter. This change is going to happen. Now, for some of you, it's going to be subtle. For some of you, it's going to be quite a large change. And I feel like with that change, there's challenges that come up. So that's interesting. What are those challenges for you? Is it accepting that change? Accepting that it's a time of transformation and transition? Are you resisting it, fighting it? Is there a fear of moving into the unknown? What is that for you? But check in with the self, check in with the heart chakra, check in with your solar plexus. What's going on there? How's your body speaking to you about that change? Really feel into it. Feel into it. How is it? What does it feel like? Don't overthink it. Overthinking it creates resistance. That's where you're going to run into trouble. You've also got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this tells me that you're desiring this change. So there's something in you that wants this change, this transformation, this new way of thinking, of behaving, of doing things, of working, a change in your family environment. Where is this change happening? It will ultimately be very, very good for you. It will bring in, I'm hearing peace and tranquility. I wonder that's a specific for, who's that for? Don't feel like that's for all of you. I feel like that's for some of you, but when you're listening to this, there's this transition that's going to ultimately be peace and tranquility. So you just need to ride through it. You just need to feel into it, not resist it, but just go with the flow of it. Flow with the current rather than swimming against the current. You think of what they're showing me here as an image of salmon, when they swim upstream to lay their eggs, and they really have to battle to swim upstream because the current's going the other way. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of hard work. You don't need that. Go with the current. Just go with the flow. Go where it takes you to embrace this change. What is yours will come to you. It is taking you to a better bringing some better opportunities into your life, making things better. It's like, you're coming into your own strength. You're coming into your own power. It's like I want to say to you that a weight's been lifted. There's a weight that's being lifted, and I feel like it's early on in April. It's something that's happening. Some of you, it's already happened. It's well on the way of becoming part of your reality, part of what's going on around you. You've also got the Nine of Cups, fabulous. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, and I like that. That's an appreciation of luxury, of good times, of a change in your life or what's going on around you in a relationship or at work or just within you. There's something, there's a huge improvement. You've also got the Nine of Cups. This is the wish card, the genie card. I love this card. What do you want to create? What reality do you want to create? What do you want to co-create? What do you want to bring into your life and embrace? Now, as you change internally, your reality is going to change. It's not going to be the other way around. It's not, well, when this is right, I'll feel better. When that happens, I'll feel better. When I make more money, I'll feel better. They're externals. It's about you feeling better first, you being content with where you're at, centered, at peace with the self. Then everything else will come to you. Everything else will fall into place. You've got the wish card. So it is about setting the intention. Setting the intention, making things happen, bringing things about. Let me draw another card for you, because I like these cards. You know, this change that's coming in is going to be very swift. For some of you, it's going to be very unexpected. It's going to be very unexpected, but it is the evolution of the soul. You've got round and round. As things come into your life, as adversity comes into your life, as there's soul growth, it's not a circle, it's a spiral. And it always, the soul evolves with every challenge, with every change, with every awareness, with every growth in your intuition, in your mediumship, in your clairvoyance, in whatever it is with you that's going on with you. With every change, the soul evolves and grows. And what they're telling me here is how you were at the beginning of this reading, the way you are at the end of this reading, you're going to be different. There's going to be some sort of shift. There's going to be some sort of change. The you that woke up this morning and the you that is now at the end of the day, there's some sort of, you're different. Things have gone on in your life, in your environment, interacting with others. You're constantly learning. You're constantly evolving. That's life. That's life. This is taking you towards your own power. That's self-power. It's not power to don anything over anybody else. This is your power, your confidence, your self-empowerment to put in place what you're wanting to put in place, to create the reality you're wanting to create, setting the intention, understanding that you set the intention. You can embrace this change, this transformation without pushing. Because butterfly energy, remember, it's about patience to allow that transformation to fully take hold. You've also got the moon. So this is inner work. This is inner work, Taurus. This is doing your inner work, dealing with the dark night of the soul, your shadow self, allowing that to come up, what needs to be addressed, what needs to be looked at, embrace it. You don't get rid of, oh, I'm going to pull it out, throw it away. It's part of who you are. It's about understanding it, understanding what is hidden in you, what your inner, and this is also your inner secrets, your inner desires. You're really going to be looking at that. Some of you are going to be journaling it, writing it out, writing out your inner thoughts, writing out what you're wanting to bring into your reality. Who wants to work for themselves? Someone's wanting to work for them. It's time. It's time to take on that challenge and start setting up your own business. It's time to put your ideas into practice, getting them out of your head, getting them out of your thought processes and starting to make it something concrete is what I'm hearing. And I feel like that's something specific. Who's Mary? I'm getting that word, that name Mary. Who's Mary or has a connection with Mary? I'll give you that, whoever that is. Let me know. Put it down in the comment box, let me know how this reading's resonating with you as well. You also have the Nine of Wands. This is I feel like, the challenges that you've had, and it's sort of, I'm going March, the end of March through March. I'm hearing some February, but I think mostly March I'm hearing. That's coming to an end. Those challenges are coming to an end. And a lot of that is that self-analysis of what is my life's purpose? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to do? Who feels like their hands are tied? Who feels like their hands are tied? I'm feeling like my hands are tied, but someone's wanting to put my hands behind my back. That's what I'm wanting to do, put my hands behind my back. And I feel like I'm being contained or restrained in some way. That's coming to an end. That you're breaking those binds. You're breaking whatever is binding you and keeping you from achieving what you want to achieve. That's your self-empowerment that's coming up for you, breaking those chains, breaking that bind. What is that bind? Is for some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, it's a work, a job that you hate, that you want to change. For some of you, it's having the courage to start a new business. For some of you, it's the courage to leave a relationship. For some of you, it's the courage to get into make a further commitment in a relationship. There's some struggles here, but you're coming to some sort of realization in April. And I feel like I'm going mid-April, maybe week 3 of April, but timing's going to be different for all of you, remember, because your natal charts are also different. But I feel like there's something some difficulty, some restraint is coming to an end, and you're taking with it the wisdom what have you learned? What wisdom have you gained? That leads you to the 6 of Swords. So that what you've gone through and finding your own self-empowerment to do and achieve what you want to achieve, knowing that you will achieve it. You're not on your own because Spirit is there. Your guides are there. They're whispering to you constantly. So, slow things down so that you can pick up on the intuition, the feelings that you're getting from this. It is going to take you from one situation to a better situation. So that's that transformation. But, the patience, it requires patience to cross that channel, to cross that from one situation to another, to make that crossing, but you're not making it on your own. There is support. Now, there could be support from a partner, family, friends, your guides. There is support around you, and it's taking you to something better. So that transition is to something better, my lovely Taurians. You've also got the Princess of Swords. This is like the Page of Swords. The Princess of Swords speaks about, okay, then there's this time to think about things, to plan, not for action. Well, and that may be while this transformation's taking place. When you're this caterpillar in the chrysalis state, it's this time of slowing things down, planning things out, because I feel like there's journaling, there's writing or making a plan, a blueprint. That's what I feel like I want to say. So it's thinking about things, an improvement in communication, an improvement in understanding what you're wanting to achieve, what you're wanting to do. I feel like it's putting pen to paper for many of you. There's something, putting pen to paper to make something that you've been working towards. I like that. It's positive. It's positive. It's going to really give you very good results. Your final card, you've got the Queen of Cups, which is you are going to really be in touch with your emotions. When you're in touch with your emotions and your heart chakra, your intuition's stronger. Your connection with your guides, with Spirit, with God, with whatever source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is stronger. That's when it's really going to come through. This is also the card of a reminder to self-nurture, to nurture others, but also don't forget to nurture the self. It's a card of being generous and kind and working from your heart chakra, having that emotional understanding. It's like you're having an emotional awakening as well, an emotional awakening of, is that the new relationship? It can be a new relationship. It can be a commitment in a relationship. It can be self-love, in being empowered in your own self and what you want to achieve, self-love, self-nurturing, self-care, as well as caring for others. Now that's interesting because you've got Root Girl, the disowned self. It's coming into connection with the disowned self. I'm going to read what that says. It's interesting because that's the self-nurturing. The root girl, the roots go deep. Finding that, and that's in your shadow self, finding that true self, your inner desires. I like that. That's got really, I feel like there's a really strong connection there. Let's hear, I'm going to read out what it has to say, because there's that old wisdom. There's that knowing, the disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. Root girl, and that's the Queen of Cups. Don't you love the synchronicity, the way all of this works? Root girl sits shivering, unclean and naked at the base of the tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted and shunned for her deformities. She has no home but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of the sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that, reintegrated, can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? Self-empowerment, my lovely Taurians. This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. And that's the dark night of the soul. That's that shadow self that needs to be brought to the surface, needs to be embraced, because it is part of you. When you project envy onto others, or any emotion or instinct that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self-crying for attention, acceptance and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you would only look into the root girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. That's the Queen of Cups, my lovely Taurians. This part of you was born when you were wounded and were conditioned to believe you're not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. It can be an ancestral block. However, it was this child's self. Let's start again. However, it was this child's self came to be curled up at the root of your sacred tree itself. It's time to welcome her into your heart. Queen of Cups, my lovely Taurians. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lights up with renewed purpose, self-empowerment. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she is transformed, butterfly energy. Just as you are, then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for the beauty, and that's the Queen of Pentacles and the Genie card. So that sums up your reading so beautifully. It's when you acknowledge the self, give yourself the self-love and care, losing the guilt and whatever else is binding you, you are going to step into your own. And with that self-empowerment, you're an unstoppable force. So I really love that, my lovely Taurians. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card from my Divine Abundance deck. Okay. Fell all over the place. I'm going to pick that one up off the floor because that's going to also have meaning for you. That's interesting. You've got two very different cards. You've got, first, I'm going to give you this one that fell on the floor first, delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. So it's not just about setting intention. It's really about looking at and being introspective, looking at why that intention is there. Are you being honest with the self? It's about your self-honesty and self-empowerment. And this leads to freedom. That's interesting because remember in the reading I said to you I could see your hands being bound. Someone was restraining you and binding you. Look at that. These synchronicities and signs are going to be coming up for you time and time again in April. So be very aware of what they are. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. There you go. Release me from its bonds, and you do get released from your bonds. Wow. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive, my lovely Taurians. I wish you many blessings, love and light. Go with the flow, self-discovery to self-empowerment. Then you are an unstoppable force. Many blessings to you. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and you can book a reading from there. Blessings to you, my lovely Taurians.